Hey you guys, this is Illy Trading. I am coming to you with a new form of what I wanted to do. So basically, I usually do TikTok and Instagram. I would like to start doing some YouTube videos. I love to actually talk about trading and I like to talk about other things. So on my new channel, I'm going to be trying to talk about all the things that I love. So here is a play. Um, as you guys know, I love to trade. Here is a play on oil. This is a night trade. I tend to trade Asian session. It works very well for my schedule. Just because I'm a single mom, I'm a full-time nurse. Um, and then I part-time trade. I trade because my goal is to actually become a stay-at-home mom, and just rely completely on my trading here. So as you can see here in the background, I have gold. I'm sorry, I have oil. Oil is playing. It is an orb session. It's an orb play, right? So orb is the opening range breakout. So here is about 6 o'clock. We have the range already open for it, and I see a bunch of candles falling below the opening candle. This tells me that we're going in for a sale. So as you can see, my red arrow here, I don't know if you can see my little arrow right in the middle is where I originally entered in. My stop loss here is right above that blue, right above the most recent high that it tried to do to break up to reach the original breakout. I know that didn't make any sense, but okay. But anyway, this here is the trade. These are 5-minute candles. Um, I literally, I could have closed, which would have gotten me about 140, but a part of me was saying that it was going to go a little bit lower. Now, the other thing is I did not hold out on this trade as long as possible, just because even though it is a nighttime trade and it's a little bit slower, sometimes the volatility, when it's going your way, it'll go completely opposite. So I don't really like that because if I'm already in profit, I don't want to be losing my money, which sometimes I do wind up doing because I am being greedy. So, as the saying goes, no one ever got broke on taking profits. So, here is the trade still. As you can see, why I'm still in this trade, all my EMAs are telling me they're downward, right? We did not never take out that original high when it opened up. We are below the box. That blue box there is the opening range. The line in the middle is about 50% of that opening candle range. So usually the rule of thumb is try to, if we are below that 50% range, we're looking for a sell. If you are above or bouncing off of that round, that range, that line, then we're looking at a buy. So it's not always true, but I would have to say about 99, I would say 95% is true. And also it's just also reading the chart. The one thing I love to do is read my candles. I am a natural bear. I love to see red candles. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I know it's crazy because who likes to see sales? But my girl is a discount girl, okay? I like to see things go down at a discount. But even when I see the sale going down, I will go in for a buy when I see the reversal signs for it to go up. So currently, as you can see, we've already been in this trade for about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. All right, almost an hour being in this trade. So the trade comes back. I'm currently at 150. I do know that I do kind of close this trade a little earlier than I would like to, but it is still in profit. Like I said, a profit is a profit. The one thing that you do have to realize about oil is that when it is during Asian session, it is quite slow. Um, I know a lot of times people say they don't like to trade Asian session because they'll crash out because they're used to the New York session. The New York session is like boom, bam, thank you, ma'am. Like I didn't even get to play around. With Asian session, there's a lot of like teeter-tottering. I still like it because it allows you to see the formation of things happening. So as you can see, this trade has now dropped below that red candle that it was kind of stuck on. This is a new 5-minute candle, which we are starting off at the hour. Okay, so we're going to be going on. If I entered the trade around 6:05, we're going on 7 o'clock, going on 7:05. And sometimes I really do like to trade Asian session because I can make my money and go to bed and call it a day. Now, technically, if I wanted to still trade, the next day on the prop firms, this would still be considered part of that new day. So if I'm up 250 and then I decide to trade New York session and I get another 250, that's $500 towards my day for my account. Currently, I am doing prop firms when it comes to futures, just because futures requires a large margin, and your girl ain't got it. Okay, we're gonna be 100% clear here. I ain't got the type of money that they be talking about. Okay, I do like the minis because you get to your price point faster. But if we're being realistic, um, the micros are great. All right, you can do two micros and still make a killing easily. I personally like the Forex because I like to hold my trades a lot longer. So the thing is, so just showing you guys my screen here. This is basically me dropping down to the 1 minute. I want to see what's going on with these candles, what they're talking about. This is probably when I'm deciding, hey, do I want to get out this trade? It doesn't look too great. I see a reversal sign here, and reversal sign is that doji right there in the middle next to the candle that it's actually trying to print right now. That to me tells that there's an indecision. Are we going to be going back down, or are we going to be doing a reversal? So depending on, this is a lot of times when I'm trading, I will go between the 5 minute and the 1 minute, especially when I'm on my futures accounts. When I'm doing Forex, because I am trading, I will enter on the 5 minute and then go up to my 1 hour to 4 hour. The reason why is because if my 1 hour or 4 hour is telling me buy and I'm in on a buy, then I'm good to go for that long play that I'm looking for. Sometimes it's not about the money, it's about the entry, right? If you have a great entry, then it's a good way, because then you can put yourself, even if the play decides to go completely reversal on you. Hopefully it doesn't take out that previous low or that previous high of the play that you're in, because you're still technically in it. So as you can see, I have actually just dropped down, put my stop loss in profit. Currently, probably the profit would be about maybe 180, 190. Again, this is a mini, so it's $10 every move that it makes. So if I'm at 230, that's 23 ticks, or 240, that's 24 ticks. Ticks is basically the movement of the candle or the price point that is moving on this instrument. The instrument, again, is oil. I know this language is like, girl, what are you talking about? But I am breaking it down for you, and I will continue to break it down for you. The one thing I do love about this, I know is quite confusing, but again, I've been trading for about 4 going on 5 years. The language is the language. Just like when I became a nurse, the language is like, what are y'all talking about? But you just have to take the time and learn and understand what's going on. A lot of times, some of the language that I find that in the trading is not that too far complex. It kind of makes sense. Your stop loss means that you're going to stop the loss. Your take profit is I'm taking my profit, things like that. But then, we start talking about Fibonacci and all the other things, whatever. But here we're talking about the trading parts. So the instrument that I like to trade, I usually like to trade gold, Nasdaq, and oil for futures. For Forex, I love gold, Japan 225, and I will do the Nasdaq, but I have to double up Nasdaq for it to make sense to me. And I love silver on Forex because it moves. But silver moves on futures as well. But as you know, silver and gold have been very volatile the past 4 months, 5 months, because the beginning of the year was crazy. The end of last year was going mad crazy. Sometimes the volatility means the craziness of the instrument has changed, right? So a lot of times, Nasdaq is usually a volatile instrument to play because it's dealing with the popular trading, I'm sorry, the popular stocks, Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, Google, all of those. Those are your tech. So tech is going, if it has a bad news day, NASDAQ is going down. If it has a great news day, NASDAQ is going up. You can usually kind of figure out how things are going to go play. Now, granted, you have to be aware of why they're going up or why they're going down, but that comes with time and understanding. So here, the price is really starting to stall out for me. Now, honestly, from my experience, I probably should have stayed in the play. But I know I probably think at this point that I'm like, look, I ain't got time for this. I gotta probably do something and let me just take my money and go. But in actuality, because of this stalling out in price, which is also considered consolidation, I would be looking for this to be continuation downward to that 90.40 where my blue buy limit line is. And the reason why is because I don't think it's finished. I think that it was going to go down to grab to take out the previous low. And the previous low is from the previous day low or on some other day back. It doesn't have to be the previous next day back, but just on the left. Now, I know this is all confusing to you guys, but the more you watch my videos, the more it becomes clear, right? So here, I did not like that green candle. I can tell you that right now. But again, I already had my stop loss, which is also said right here is the buy stop. I had that right there in place because that was where previous resistance and support was formed at. Now, sometimes the play will go not the way you want, but that is what it is. That is trading. So I know I closed out here. I took my 190 and I called it a day. Thanks for watching this video recap. Let me know what your thoughts of. I probably was rambling, but I'm just trying to keep you engaged. Have a good one. Bye.